Hello everybody, it's I, Bryan Sudfield, and today I'm here to review the award-buzz HBO television movie, The Normal Heart, directed by Ryan Murphy, the man who brought us Glee and American Horror Story. This film stars a talented cast, including Mark Ruffalo, Matt Bomer, Jim Parsons, Kitsch, and Julia Roberts. This movie has one thing going for it, and it's really telling us the story of the foundation of AIDS. Mark Ruffalo plays this gay activist who's also a writer, and once this thing starts to get worse, he just wants to fight. He hates not fighting. He just wants to fight and make things better. His boyfriend's Matt Bomer, who unfortunately gets diagnosed with AIDS. Kitsch plays this reporter. Jim Parsons plays this. He's also an activist in a way. And Julia Roberts plays this doctor, who basically is the one who's going through this, trying to figure out what the hell this is, how you can cure it, and finding a way to stop it. If you people don't have HBO, I think it's very disappointing that you don't, because you won't be able to watch this movie. But for those of you who have HBO, and if you love movies like this, please watch this movie. This movie is amazing. This movie was fantastic. It's so heartbreaking. I might have cried a few times. I rarely cry during movies. This movie, it made me cry. It made me cry. It really did. And that's a credit to Ryan Murphy's fantastic direction. The movie was so fast-paced, clear-cut, and perfect. He was a perfect choice for this movie because this is based on a very successful play, and the guy who wrote the play, Larry Kramer, he wrote the script to this movie, and you could tell that there was a lot of heart put into this movie. Ryan Murphy really wanted to show people basically how bad AIDS is and basically the beginning of it. And he really showed it all perfectly, and I felt something and I learned a lot watching this movie. The best thing about this movie, hands down, is the Emmy-worthy performances. Mark Ruffalo gives one of the best performances of his career, if not the best of his career. He brought so much emotion to it. His accent was also fantastic, and he really put a lot of emotion. He really looked like someone who just wanted to fight and end this chaotic situation. Matt Bomer was really, really good in this movie. When he lost all that weight, he was unrecognizable. He looked intense, he looked scary, not horror scary, but just very, very powerful, and he was phenomenal. He was so good. Jim Parsons, who I love The Big Bang Theory, and it was great seeing him in the role that wasn't just some comedy. So it was very interesting seeing him in the role where he's not that, you know, like comedic, nerdy guy. When he was very serious, there was one scene with him in which he breaks down, and it's beautiful. It's so perfect, and I would love to see more of Jim Parsons doing these kinds of roles. Also great, Kitsch. Now, Kitsch, in my opinion, is a okay actor. When he's in supporting roles, he's great. He was great in Lone Survivor. He was decent in Savages, but here, he was outstanding, and he knocked it out the park. And lastly, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, as a troubled doctor, her backstory is very interesting, and she in this movie was, of course, fantastic. Julia Roberts gave one of the best performances of her career. It's not her best performance, but it's definitely up there. There's one scene with her where she breaks down, and it is so amazing. One of my favorite scenes in the movie, absolutely. Like I said before, I really liked the script. I thought the movie was very fast-paced. There were just a few tiny flaws with the movie. I thought there were a few slow moments, that's it. There were just a couple slow moments. I gotta talk about some of the sad stuff. The last two scenes in the movie. There's many scenes that are sad prior to that, but the last two scenes, the second to last scene, is someone in a hospital room, and it was so beautiful. Really beautiful. One of the best acted scenes of the year. The next scene is basically a montage with a very, very heartbreaking song playing, and that song, even though it's not like the saddest song ever, the song adds something to it, and the montage is really beautiful. Overall, this movie was very, very, very good. I thought the acting was great. I thought the direction was great. The writing was great. If you don't have HBO, please find a friend or someone who has HBO so you can watch this movie if you really want to watch this movie. I'm just going to say this right now. It's not an easy movie to watch. Will I ever watch it again? I don't think I will. It's not an easy movie for me to watch. Maybe I'll watch it again like in a couple of years. If you love the actors in this movie, like I said, just watch this movie. It's really an important movie. It's, as of right now, it's this year's 12 Years a Slave. So I'm giving this film an A. I really, really think this movie was fantastic. I thought the acting was great, the direction. A lot of things about this movie were great, just had a few flaws, and that's really it. So guys, if you've seen the normal horror, tell me down below. What's the hardest movie you ever had to watch? I have not seen Schindler's List yet. I really plan on watching it very soon. As of right now, it's 12 Years a Slave. This review is dedicated to those who have lost their lives because of AIDS or HIV. Thank you all for watching my review. See you soon.